When you look at the map of the Soviet Union and see the distances involved, you can see that an operation of this kind is almost impossible. But the impossible became possible. The cargo and the Israeli emissaries brought Passover to every corner of the Soviet Union. For 70 years, they forced our Judaism out of us. And if not by force, then by fear.
The Seder and everything around the Seder, and the preparation for the Seder, awakened, I think, every Jew in Novosibirsk to the feeling of being Jewish and to the feeling that he belongs to the Jewish nation and he doesn't live alone somewhere in the cold.
In the morning of the Seder, we had a meeting with the people. We wanted to prepare the synagogue, the shul, for the Seder. And all of a sudden, we saw the amount and the organization of what arrived. It was unbelievable. And all of a sudden, all of the synagogue was full of crates. And the crates were full of everything. Starting from matzot, going to wine, the decoration for the place. And what we had to do was to take off our jackets, took out the jacket, took off the ties, and stood on ladders and on chairs. And all of a sudden, the community started to work.
Hours before the Seder begins, people gather at the entrances to be sure of a seat. Many new faces are seen. Faces of young people, acknowledging their Jewish identity for the first time. On the one hand, I feel like everyone. Good that something is materializing, that we can come and celebrate our holiday in peace. On the other hand, this one Seder is not big enough for the number of Jews who have gathered here. Even those who can't find seats at the Seder come to be together, to feel a sense of belonging, to feel the special atmosphere of Jewish awakening as the Israeli emissaries of the JDC conduct the Seder. On this holy day, we sit here, and all over the world, at exactly this moment, the children of Abraham, wherever they may be, are celebrating the Passover holiday like the sons of kings. Every detail of the holiday, every bit of food and what it symbolizes, every prayer recited is explained during the Seder. Let all who are hungry enter and eat. All who are needy come and celebrate the Passover. This year we are slaves, but next year we shall be free. The Seder leaders guide them through the Passover songs and other traditional Jewish melodies that recall the homes of parents and grandparents, taking them back to their Jewish roots.
In my entire life, I never knew how a Seder was celebrated. I am over 50 years old, and this is the first time I am celebrating this holiday. My fears and my curiosity are mixed up inside, so it's very difficult for me to explain my feelings.
The story of the Seders is broadcast worldwide and in the Soviet Union, as on Birobidzhan television.
There's no question we felt like we were a lifeline between the Jewish people in the world and what was left in Russia. And this lifeline must not be broken. We certainly felt that that the joint project had given a great deal to the people, and we got that feedback, and I think it's very important.
For 70 years, Jewish life in the Soviet Union was frozen, covered by snow. The Passover Seders organized by the JDC brought a new spirit into Jewish life, a new spring and a ray of hope. Word of the Seders carried far beyond the cities and towns where they were held. Plans called for 6,000 participants. But in 27 public Seders in 24 cities and towns throughout the Soviet Union, there were nearly 11,000. These public Seders were a moving and emotional event for the Jews of the Soviet Union and for the emissaries of the JDC.